morning, friends and family, and welcome back to The Way Outdoors. Today is Saturday, May 27th, and I'm here at Kenosha Pass at the end of the Colorado Trail Segment 5. Today I will be starting at the end of Segment 5 and hiking back to the start. I do not have a car shuttle, so I'm going to be doing an out and back, which means I have to cover the mileage twice. So the AllTrails app is showing the mileage at about 13.7, and a book I was reading shows it to be about 14.5 miles. So I'll be hiking anywhere between 27 and 29 miles in total. I got a lot of water packed up, food, a couple beers, and I'm ready to go. It is Memorial Day weekend, but this parking lot is empty as of now. I'm actually the first car in the parking lot, but I'm excited. This is my first big hike of 2023. I did go out to Utah a month ago and did some exploring out in arches and natural bridges, but this will be my first real long hike and first segment hike of the Colorado Trail this year. 25 plus miles today, 6 a.m. Let's get it going. Hard to see, but I think that's an elk. Straight ahead. Sure is. It's a big boy. Alright, so here we go. Colorado Trail Segment 5. It's going to be another out and back, but it's a beautiful morning. The sun is yet to crest over the mountain right here, and half mile in. Some wildlife around, some elk, and beautiful views out towards Fairplay and Alma, that whole valley. So this is gonna be a great hike. I know it's about 1,800 feet of elevation gain over 14-ish miles, depending on what we're basing off of. But since I'm doing the route there and back, it's gonna be very similar. I'm starting high, I gotta dip down, come back up, then I'll get to the end, gotta do the same, down and up. Temperatures today, supposed to be in about the 50s, lows in the 30s. Not expecting thunderstorms really, but we have had thunderstorms nearly every day in the afternoon this week. It's kind of more like summer weather. That's looking the way I came. And that's out towards Fairplay. Beautiful morning. I'm heading up here. Just about to see Mr. Sun for the first time. So I'm just over a mile in. That's looking back towards Kenosha Pass. And that's looking towards Jefferson, Fairplay. Mount Silver Heels, a 13er I did. I think it's sticking out on top of that gray cloud right there. I did that last fall. It's pretty cool. This view is great. It's gonna be awesome coming back this way too. Get that afternoon sun, and I'm trudging along here. This guy hasn't seen me yet. Spotted. Sorry guys. Beautiful. So this is unbelievable. I'm trying to make miles, but I keep stopping and slowing down because of this. So I kind of cut a corner right here and hooking right, but I got views looking out this way, and that's deeper into Lost Creek Wilderness, which I'll be turning back towards that way. So I've hit another forest section and a pretty steep descent. I'm going to descend, I think, about 800 or 900 feet to the bottom, and then I climb back up again. That meadow that I just came to was just beautiful. Views looking deeper into Lost Creek Wilderness towards like Bison Peak. The first section of the trail for first 2.5 miles or so were kind of in between small meadows and forests, and then opened up to that big view. It was just awesome. So now I'm descending down about 800 or 900 feet. Should be a water source down there, and then I will be gaining back up again. I am very impressed with heading northbound on segment 5 this morning. Going to be coming back this way too, so I get to look at these mountains in the afternoon. Alright, that's looking back the way I came. Just got out of the forest again. Still on my descent. And that's looking the way I'm going. Man, I love these meadows. So this reminds me of that awesome meadow in Colorado Trail segment 4 I did last fall. You can see that video right here. It was like a 4-mile long meadow, and it was a little more green, but it is only May. So I found this awesome camp spot right off the trail. Cool view though. It looks like I'm going to be dropping down and going across the way, and there's a creek down there. It's the first water source coming from the northbound direction I am. So over 5 miles, no water until right now. So that camp spot was up there. I'm dropping down to a creek. It's good to know on my way back. Fill up on the way back when I got like 6 miles left. Alright, I'm going up this steep little grade you can see behind me. It's just like a really skinny meadow. But this is a little steep push over a short distance. Then I drop real quick, and then the rest of the route will be a slow incline until I get to the end and turn around. All right, well, just past this marker, so I'm 6 miles in. Oh my gosh, this hummingbird. Oh my gosh. That was wild. So, hit the Rock Creek trailhead. There's one car. All right, so I started Kenosha. I'm here. I need to get to the Long Gulch. All right, I just took a little quick break at that creek, changed my socks, had a little snack. Now it's time to boogie on. It's a steady incline the remainder of the route to the end here. Let's go. All right, I filled out the free permit and I am in Lost Creek Wilderness. So I've just been trucking along. Trail kind of went from that big meadow into some kind of patchy forest. But I'm just trying to make miles. This is a steep little grade the rest of the way, but just realizing I have a lot of miles to do and probably about 17 or 18 left on the day. I just need to make sure I'm making my miles so I can get home at some time. Well, found some snow. And it's solid. So that's looking back the way I came. I was way past this hill even on the other side this morning. I came all the way around in this valley. All right, I'm up to the top of the last little steep grade for this half of the hike. And I should be coming to a little crest and having views looking down towards the Long Gulch trailhead, where I'll be turning around, and that's where I finished segment 4 on that little one-night backpacking trip I did last fall. If you haven't checked that out, check it out. Where is it? It's right there. one of my golden rules is always to try to be on a summit by noon or off a summit by noon for 14ers. And generally just try to be halfway done with my hike by that time. So I'll be turning around right before noon, and that works for me. So I'm less than a half mile from the trailhead, and now it's snowing a little bit. Sunny snow. All right, I have made it to the start of segment 5. I started at the end, just about 14 miles. It is just before noon. Beer of the day is Crucial Taunt 4. It's from The Vale. They're out of Richmond, Virginia. And this is a quadruple dry hopped hazy double IPA, brewed with mostly Citra. Not all Citra, mostly Citra. 8% quadruple dry hopped double. Pretty big beer. Cheers. All right, well, I took my break. Walking back up to the connector here. Going back to Kenosha. 14 is a daunting number right now. But gotta get back to the car. Let's go. Back in it. There it is. The first flower I've seen. Summer's coming. Alright, so this is looking back the way I'm going. A little ominous, but it's passing through, and behind it seems to be clear sky. Not concerned, haven't heard any thunder. I should be good, so I'm gonna keep on trucking. Honk honk. This forest is kind of eerie. There's not a single sound. So check this out. The sun is shining. Clouds have passed. Blue skies everywhere. I'm on this little descent right now. I do have one more beer. It's a real nice light beer, so I'm gonna pop it out right now. All right, today's second beer is Wiseacre Tiny Bomb. It is from Memphis, Tennessee. I think it is either the #1 selling Pilsner in Tennessee or #1 craft beer. Boom. Ooh, it's crispy. It's a crispy boy. Cheers. So let's just stop and admire this view right now. So that's looking back the way I came right now. So that's looking, if you're going northbound on segment 5. I think they might be the Kenosha Mountains. One of them is called like Windy Point or something, but that's looking deeper into the Lost Creek Wilderness. I ultimately was behind that big green hill, the Long Gulch trailhead. But look at these aspens starting to bloom. This meadow is beautiful. Not green yet, but some storms coming through. What a cool place. I have reached the permit station that I dropped my permit in on the way in. I think I got about 6.5 miles back. So I'm coming back down to that very first creek, and I'm gonna fill up an Algene. So that's where I came from, in between the snow and that higher mountain. Came down that meadow, takes you down here, you cross the stream. There's a couple setting up a tent right there, which this is an awesome place. Look at this view. It's gonna get windy, so I'll stop talking. I remember coming down this thing and it was just a really, really long switchback. It just goes straight up. It's an old road. Just a straight push. No mercy. Dead ahead. All right, it's just after 3. Let's see if we can get there by 5. Beautiful spot. Maybe camping there. It's kind of sloped, but probably a couple flat spots. But we are going up, 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 up. All right, I'm gonna be saying bye to these views pretty quick. I'm gonna have views towards the west now. I got about 3 miles left, getting those views to the west again, which is super cool. But I'm hoping to be back to the car within the hour. It's been a great hike. I'm about 25 plus miles in. Whew. Colorado Trail, segment 5, times 2. It's a great hike. So the hike was about 29 miles, 4,000 feet of elevation gain, and a long day. It took me about 11 hours. Now I got a Toppling Goliath Radiant Haze IPA. Got some blisters on the feet. It's a big hike, great section though. All right, that'll do it for Colorado Trail segment 5. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.